Poop's important.
Look how the association.
Like,
honestly,
I
think it's literally me because I started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Swear to God. I know how my mood in the day is gonna be based on my poops. Like if my first poop's a good, like solid one, like I'm gonna have a good ass day. Like I'm feeling good, feeling energetic. My lifts are gonna be good. My workout's gonna be good. All that. But if it's like if it's not where I want it to be, it's subpar. It's gonna be a subpar day.
Really?
My digestion dictates my day.
You put that much whatever on your poops and digestion.
So it's like,
yes,
it's like
that's
your
why I
horoscope,
pay attention to it so much because I know it's gonna directly affect how I feel that day.
Really now.
So you kind of view it as like your horoscope, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
I'm such a Capricorn.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'll trust what's in the toilet before someone tells me, oh, I'm an Aries.
I'm a rising asparagus.
Bro, honestly,
Welcome to Keeping It Real. It's kind of starting to take away on me, like the online classes and stuff like that. Like I went home last week for a portion of it, and I'm going away this week. Like I just can't be like every day is just blending together. You know what I'm saying? Like it just feels like the same. Like days are long and weeks are short, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Like it's actually like I could do online for such a certain period of time, and I really feel like I'm hitting like my breaking point with it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel that. I think me and Selvin were talking about today. I feel that like last couple weeks of classes and like this, like you just want it to be done. And like I was even talking to someone about it too, because like don't get me wrong, like I love being here, I love running here, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, like I've been home for one weekend out of the entire semester, just because of like COVID and like it, like with athletics, like I'd have to miss practice or I wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Like I have to get COVID tested like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, stuff like that. So like I was telling Selvin, like yeah, like I really love it here, but I'm definitely like kind of itching. Like I'll be excited when school's over and I can go home for a little and see my family.
And it's not even like I don't want to be here. I just want to change. Like I just want something to change. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
something in my daily schedule needs to change because it's just getting ridiculous.
It's the same shit every day.
But it's almost over.
But it's like what?
People always say finish strong.
2 weeks left for actual classes and then it's finals. So
I'm out May 6th. I got like 16 days, 17 days left. That's literally
not bad.
Dude, I have mad.
Don't drop the vaccine card.
Yeah, I have mad work up till the 28th, and then exam on the 5th, and then exam 11th.
Dude,
is it 28th last day of classes?
29th.
I have mad work up to the 28th. I have one exam May 5th, and I'm done. Problem is my final exam for math is 50% of my grade.
Bro,
It stays.
It stays.
I'm sorry.
Fool me once.
You can't get fooled again.
But yeah.
29th.
Fuck Zoom University. Next year's gonna be popping though. All the classes on my wish list are in person.
Same.
Full capacity dorms. People are already talking about roommates and shit. It's gonna be game changing.
That's why like when you talked about the meets too, like I was a little more excited to kind of get into sophomore year because at the end of the day, like yeah, like it's great to have meets, but we talk about this all the time. Like we're so stressed because like if one kid comes back positive on the team, doesn't matter if we practice them or not. Doesn't matter if it's a throw we never see. At the end of the day, like they're on the team, so the entire track team gets shut down. And like with like the track kids, like they're everywhere. You know, you got throwers here, jumpers here. You know, e-spot, like they're just everywhere. So it's like it's nerve-wracking, and like I'm just excited for next year where I can have roommates and I could have a normal season where I'm not like, oh, or I'm hoping I have a normal season where I'm like, oh my God, like let's hope no one comes back positive. Let's hope I don't have to sit in my room for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's just it's stressful. It's so stressful.
It's like that. Thank God that girls lift group was after all the boys that day.
Yeah.
Because one of the girl came positive.
But you still got shut down.
The girls did.
The girls did because it was their lift group.
We do different times.
Yeah.
Different time slots.
That was the day she pulled up,
like,
right?
That's just like ignoring common sense to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if boys don't have to quarantine, like the boys team didn't have to quarantine, but there was girls who weren't a part of that lift group.
Oh no, they weren't part of it.
It was just that the lift group was almost our entire girls team.
Yeah.
Like there are some girls in our lift group which was like at 7 a.m. before theirs, so they were fine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like everybody on the girls team.
No.
It's just like when you go back is that girls.
No one's thinking, bro. I swear to God, mad people have just thrown out common sense. They literally like just like
it's hard.
just so strict about it, and then disregard like humans and human feelings and like everything about it. And like I don't know, it just pisses me off like when you guys get tested 3 times a week or we get tested twice a week and like it just no privileges for it. No,
Yeah, that's
like they're paying so much money for what? Just so we know we're all chilling. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, because like my friend runs D1 up at Siena, and they don't test.
Mhm.
They never test. We have to, for our track meets, we have to run in mask, but it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's no one says anything if your mask
Unspoken
just
rule.
happens to be down here. Because at the end of the day,
What if they stop you in mid-lap? They're like, whoa.
They yell at you.
yeah,
They'll
yell at you, but they're not
they'll
gonna
tell
stop you.
They'll tell you to put
They'll
it back
yell at
up.
you?
Yeah, they'll
Well,
yell at you mid-race.
It
but, like,
depends because like it's weird because like
Who's that?
Coaches,
officials or
officials.
coach, because there's like, because with the Gators, like the buffs, neck Gators, whatever you want to call them. If you put that down to like here, then like you can tell you're not wearing
It's
anything.
obvious.
It goes
like,
down to your
there's
neck.
nothing.
But if I had like my mask on, I pull it down to here. Same amount of exposure, like my mouth, everything exposed. At least it's down here, so it kind of looks like you got something.
It looks better, but it's
It
like,
looks better. Like it's the same thing, but it
yeah.
just
It's just
it has a
frustrating.
better look.
It's just frustrating. We have to wear
Yeah.
the mask all the time. Like we have to wear the mask at the meet. My friend who is D1 up at Siena, they don't test him, and then he goes out of state. He goes to like conference meets. He goes to New
Yeah.
Jersey. He goes all around the place. Doesn't wear a mask out. It's not even around his face when he's running. None of them are tested. They all can just do what they
It's
want.
also just D1. Like
Yeah.
D1, like D1, you can get away with so much
yeah.
more
D1 had a
stuff.
football season. D1 had
They
like,
get-
like there's
Yeah,
a
it's,
lot
they
like,
get
it's,
money
just, it's
for
just
it.
frustrating.
Yeah.
It's just
well, also that's how the
it's a
NCAA makes a
frustrating
lot of
thing.
their money.
yeah. It's
With
just
the D1 sports,
I just
especially
hate it.
football.
Like even as well, like I'll even like on the line the other day. I looked down the line. Everyone had their mask up for the 800. And I was the only
Yeah.
one with it down on my neck.
yeah, but they
Or
had
down
the
here.
they had the what's it called? What'd you
No,
call it?
a lot of the people, they either the weirdest thing I ever saw was the guy took like the blue medical ones, just cut out every layer but one.
Yeah.
Or they have people like no, they're getting creative with it, and like the only thing it does is cover your mouth so that it works with the race standards. But in reality, you're breathing the same air as if like we are now.
word Josh used?
Oh yeah, one's made of cheesecloth.
Yeah.
Some of the kids had one. They're straight up cheesecloth. Like you can see their lips moving, and everything. The only thing it does, it's like just short of being like one of those
Just to
clear
see
masks for
it.
people who read your lips.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it was ridiculous.
It's kind of fun.
Like
You
it's
got-
funny and like they hacked the system, but it's just stupid. Just pull it down.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't care. I pulled up to the
Yeah.
line, pulled it down, and I just.
But
went.
do any of the kids care? Or are they kind of sticklers about it too?
no.
Some are, some
Really?
aren't. Majority aren't though.
Majority
Yeah, I was
aren't.
gonna say, I've
I
never
feel
heard
like you'd all
someone
get it because you're all
Yeah.
in the same
I've
boat.
never-
Trying to
I've
breathe.
never-
Trying to breathe.
Yeah.
Like, we're going as all out. Like
Like,
we
it
need our
doesn't-
fucking
Like I
oxygen.
know it doesn't actually affect the oxygen, like when we actually run.
Mhm.
Like there's mobile studies that prove it, but mentally, like I need that mental boost, bro.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Just like mentally,
It's
for me, it feels like
you think it actually doesn't affect you? Like,
No, people have done like things and then like check their O2 levels and everything. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't affect you.
Well, even
Like it barely does.
even that wasn't there something about Steve Prefontaine where he like had allergies and he wore a mask during a race?
I don't know.
I
I'm not
swear I
a
heard
big pre
something
guy,
about that. I swear I heard something about that.
but
I don't know. It's just
like I know they don't, but just like I need that mental boost. It like
yeah, for sure. You need that like out of
Yeah.
your face. And like the thing is too is it's like it might not affect your levels, but at the end of the day, like when you're breathing hard, you're still sucking in that mask.
Exactly.
You're still
Sweat
eating.
staying
You're
there.
still
No,
eating
once it
cloth.
gets wet,
You're still eating cloth.
Yeah.
Especially those
when it gets
longer
wet,
events.
it's dripping, bro.
no, that's
Gross, bro. I was training at my gym, bro. I was training with this guy. We were playing basketball, and like while we're running back and forth, one guy comes over to me and goes, "Yo, like pick up your mask above your nose," and I go. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then the guy I was working out with goes up to him and he goes, "Do you just tell him what to do?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You work here?" And then just started cussing him out, bro. He was just screaming in his face. He's like, "You don't tell another man what to fucking do." He's like, "If you don't fucking work here, you don't tell us to put our masks up." He's like, "You only have that." And then they went and got the manager, brought him. The guy who was screaming, like defending me, was like in the right, which was
Really?
crazy. They're like, "Yeah, you can't tell them
Well,
what to do if you
it's-
don't work here."
It's hard too because like when we're on runs, like so like obviously we all get tested together. We're always around each other. So like we all come back negative. We all just got our test results at the same time a couple hours ago. Oh, we're all negative. And then Wednesday we'll come around and oh, we're all negative. So like when we run together, like when we do long runs, we have the neck gaiters or just normal masks. But like when no one's around, most of the time a lot of us will pull it down just because it's hard. And
Because you're fucking running.
yeah, and
Yeah.
we ran by we ran by this one guy, and I saw him separately.
Bike dude.
The bike
The
dude
bike
came
dude,
back
yeah.
for our team. It was me and a couple of the captains. We didn't see him. We're all spaced out, just alone on. And he comes up and starts screaming at us, and we're all just like, "Dude, like just don't you're on a bike, like you're flying by us. Just let it go, man. Just don't say it. Like we were all so spaced out. It kind of scared us.
I'm dying to see this guy. I haven't seen him once yet.
Remember when I scared you guys when I was on the bike?
Oh my
I was
god.
biking one day for cross training, and they're in a big group on like the bike path in Eastie, and I just ride up behind them and I just go, "Put your masks on, assholes!"
Yeah.
They all just whip behind me like Conor.
We were all
was
like this.
a
I was
swing.
like this. I was ready, bro. I was ready.
And I was just like, "Hey guys."
I've been waiting to get my vengeance because I know that bike guy comes around and I'm ready all the
Carry
time.
a stick.
Yeah. That bike guy's never there when it's like crowded though. Like I wear my mask when I'm doing recovery runs just because there always seems to be like mad heads in Boston. Like
Yeah.
I'm a tad paranoid. I'll wear that. And also like I'm not gonna lie, it's a good mental toughness thing when you're just doing recovery runs in the mask,
In the mask.
just to
yeah.
get used to the breathing.
Let's go.
But like the guys always like most my problem is most people that are yelling are always like when there's no one around us.
Yeah.
When it's like just us and like
Yeah.
them 25 feet away from us, like
Yeah, it's
put on a mask, and I'm like.
Just,
I'm like looking left, looking right. I'm like,
just leave
this
it.
shop ain't even open. Like, what do you want from us? Like, there's no one around.
Yeah, just leave us alone at that point.
Yo, did you guys start running before a track team or anything, like on your own, or did running get introduced to you through like high school sports?
Mine was middle school. We have a middle school track team
Yeah.
in Lex. So I thought it was a sprinter. Fun fact.
No
When I was in
shit.
middle school, I ran the 100.
Damn. Yeah.
Horrible at it.
I
But
was
like,
the same way. I was introduced
Yeah.
to middle
That's
school.
where we all start.
did you
That's
have middle
funny.
school?
Well, yeah. Well, we had a middle school team, but it's funny enough that's like my middle school was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but we
Yeah.
they didn't offer like the other sports like basketball, like baseball, all that for 6th graders. The only sport they offered
Yeah,
was
that was
cross
the same
country
at my school.
for 6th graders. So I was an athletic kid growing up. I was always playing baseball. I was always playing soccer, but I couldn't do any of that. So I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do a sport. And my neighbor did cross country. He's like, oh, come out for the team. I was like, okay, whatever.
That's how I started too. I
It
did
just got me
cross-country
into
in
it.
school.
I was like, I like it.
Yeah, I did it in middle school. All my friends did it. Me and my buddy, we did a lot together. So like he started running, I started running, and it was a lot of fun. I was into karate a lot, but then with running, I just kind of.
First reason though. What shoes did you run in? Do you remember?
Suck me's.
I don't remember the exact shoes, but I definitely ran at Nikes.
Hey, me
White
too.
basketball high tops.
Oh.
Because I didn't know anything about running.
Oh, you were that.
That's the great thing
You
about
were
middle school
that
track. There was a
kid.
kid who ran in jeans, bro. He
And you know
pulled
what?
up in like work
Yeah.
boots and jeans one day and just starts cooking everybody on the warm up
Dude,
laps.
middle
It's
funny
school,
like,
middle school track
Third on
is
the
so
team.
different,
Third
bro.
on the middle school team as a 6th grader.
Yeah, middle school track is so different though because it's like
crazy.
you get like those
Middle school,
weird.
everything's different.
You get like those, you get those weird kids that spend half their time in school suspension and they show up and they start like long jumping like ridiculous lengths or
Wait,
like high and you're
whoa.
like what the hell, like what's going on
Who's
here?
getting an in-school suspension in middle school?
Are you serious?
I got it in
Yes.
high school.
Dude, I know a kid that out of 180 school days spent 102 in ISS.
All right, yeah, I forgot how nerdy my school system was. Take it back.
Yeah, there was a lot of ISS in my school.
Good lord.
Same here. Same here.
No, I didn't get ISS ever.
I did.
I just was,
I've gotten like lunch detentions before.
I've
had
Me and my friend had a
shit ton of
competition in
those.
7th grade who could get the most lunch detentions with this one Chinese teacher, Feng Lao Shi, and what's it called?
we so fast.
You had that unlocked. You had that unlocked, bro.
We'd alternate what days the person. So like to make it even, I would try to get one day, and he would try to get one the next day. So like we could only go back and forth.
Oh, at least it's fair.
Yeah, so you can
so it's
double up.
fair. Yeah, we're very smart about it.
No,
And
that's
we
nice.
succeeded and got a lot, and got principals called on us, but it was all shits and gigs.
Shits and gigs.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I had a lot of lunch
That poor
attention in middle
woman,
school.
we got her fired.
What?
Yeah, we.
You don't
we
just suddenly
tortured-
drop
she
that.
came to America with hopes and dreams, and we just crushed them. I'm telling you, like I feel bad about it. I really do. But like our whole grade was just a piece of shit. Dude. It wasn't just me, and it wasn't just my friend. It was a
Like you wear
accumulation
that,
of
though.
like 80 kids who were like, "Fuck
That,
this woman."
that honestly reminds me of my sophomore year. Because we did it to the Spanish teacher.
Oh.
Because she's from the Dominican Republic. And
Racist.
I was gonna say, like, why is
Oh,
her,
wait,
why is her
wait,
being
wait,
the Dominican
no,
Republic?
I'm just saying she's
Like, get
outside
up,
the
Edit
country.
this out. Edit this out. Edit this
I was saying,
out.
like,
I
why
was
is
just saying,
that being funny?
outside the country,
I-
outside the country, outside the country.
No, but it was funny because you said "cause she's Dominican."
Yeah, because she's Dominican. I was like, whoa.
I didn't mean it like that. I don't really think before I talk.
No, it's fine. I get what you meant. I get what you meant.
It's okay.
But like, we would not listen to a thing she ever said. Like, how many times I get in trouble and she wouldn't do anything, And the one time, I draw like a rocket ship on the back of my paper.
Oh.
I got in-school suspension for it
What
because she
kind
thought
of,
it
we
was.
talking some Red Rocket top type shit?
Oh no, it was a full-out dick
Well,
that
at
I
least-
drew as like a rocket ship.
At least you're being
My
honest.
friend, every day in that Chinese class, would whip his orange off the whiteboard and it would explode. And every day, he'd always have it sitting there too, up until he did it. And every day she'd turn and go, "Who did that?" She would never. Every day she would go, "Who did that?" And Noah would be like, "Oh shit, I shared his name. No, your secret's out." She'd be like, "Oh my god, it was so fucking funny." He'd
Wait,
be
did
like,
she-
"I don't know who did it, but I will not rest until I find them." And it was just the funniest.
Wait, did she
shit.
actually just not know?
Never, bro. And then eventually, towards the end of the year, he would put them out on his desks, and like she would just take them, and like, he would be like, "You can't take my orange. Like that's my lunch. That's my food." And
That's
he's
my
like,
lunch.
She's like, "I know what you're gonna do with it." But yeah, there was a cultural barrier there, because in wherever she was from, students are just like,
Obedient?
yeah, very obedient.
Listen?
Listen?
Yeah.
Respectful?
Where here in America, we don't run that way. You listen to us.
That's how the
Oh,
public
shit.
schools work here.
Nah, public school's lit though. That shit was the best time ever. We, on the last day of school in 7th grade, we went to her room and took her desk and
No.
pulled it out in the hallway. We're walking with it, and we're gonna put it. We didn't have a plan. We're just walking with it, and we're still going. And then we see her coming. We drop it and run. And then this girl Tess was walking by, and as she's walking by, she goes, "Tess, why'd you move my desk?" Like, and she starts screaming.
No.
And dude, like, she just like didn't think about who she's gonna get in trouble. It was just whoever's near. the
Bro,
thing that
closest
pissed her
person,
off.
you're
Yeah.
done.
So we got really good at like putting things where we weren't. And
Gosh.
it was so funny.
Putting things
I'm
in-
so sorry for Tess, bro.
Yeah, nah, it worked out. And then I think she snitched on us or some bullshit, but
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Oh,
Let's
that's
say,
crazy.
like,
whatever.
shoot out in the hallway.
No, we got our science teacher. No, well, our science teacher left because of us, because we were pretty horrible to him at one point. Now, mind you, I was a freshman. We tied a
I didn't know any better.
we tied a pencil sharpener to like the the string of the curtain and hung it out the window as a joke. So like when we left school, we could be like, "Hey, look, the pencil sharpener." And then it rained over the weekend,
Ooh.
and then it ruined the pencil sharpener. He had turtles that we would like constantly just take out and just leave like out, and he'd be like, "Where?" Like, dude, he had like
My turtles.
he had the worst voice ever. His name was Mr. Ballack, and he looked like the Pringles guy. Like the first day he came in, my buddy, who we knew was like moving, so like he didn't really have that much to lose. He walks, he goes, "My name's Mr. Ballack." He goes, "Hey yo, bro, I like your voice." And like, like from there, it was just over. It was just over. He was
Never
like-
coming back
He
from
was
that.
like,
That's mad.
and he goes, "Thank you." So like, every once in a
Oh.
while he'd be like, "Where are my turtles?" And they'd be like crawling around in the sinks. There's like, we'd like make little like baths for them. They bro, they'd be in a
to the ceiling.
Dude, they'd be in a bubble bath, and then we'd take like rolls of paper towel and roll them out the window, but we'd hold on to one piece, so it would roll all the way down our long driveway. It was bad, dude. There was nothing else to do.
Hey, shit, down in fucking bumfuck Connecticut.
Fuck you.
When in doubt, play with
One in
turtles.
play with turtles. Yeah, it was bad. We also got our shop teacher left because of us, but at one point, some of the upperclassmen locked him in his own shed.
We duct taped a guy in my shop class to a pole. Big guy.
See?
Damn.
I don't know how we felt. He
One
fall
time,
off.
my friend and I got in trouble in engineering, and
Show
we
a
had to
picture later.
vacuum up his whole shop. And the vacuum was like mad strong, and he was going, and he lost control, and he vacuumed up like 6 hammers. It was so strong, and he just goes, "Oh shit!" We turned it off and dipped. Didn't even serve the detention anymore. It was mad fun, yo.
He sucked up 6 hammers.
6 hammers.
Dude, the vacuum was legit. Then we ended up having to build a bunch of machines, and it worked out, but.
Did you ever find out about the hammers?
No news is good news, I guess. We never heard about it. No repercussions.
They're still sitting in there right now.
Could you imagine? You stuck with the hammer.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Fuck, dude, I miss middle school. I wish I knew how like free I really was back then. Because in the moment you complain about shit like that, and right now, honestly, I'm probably complaining about shit when I'm also free right now. But
Yeah.
dude, in middle school, like, I remember caring so much about my grades and being like, dude, this is how I'm gonna get in like good classes in high school and stuff like that.
And then
Like
good
that's how my mind worked and stuff like that. So I grinded in middle school, and then when I got to high school, I was like, oh, none of that mattered. I was like, none of it mattered. Like, obviously it matters because you learn habits and work ethic and all that shit and like whatever. But in terms of like the actual work and the grades,
Yeah. It don't.
It didn't matter. Because and then high school, you could just put in work, and then you get put in the classes.
Exactly.
You know?
I did not care that much in middle school about grades. I don't know why.
I didn't either.
I didn't.
I was a cross country.
Care.
Bro, my
I
8th grade
still don't
year,
care.
I went hard for cross country. I would go to bed at like 8, and if I didn't do a lick of homework, I'm like, shoot, that's not getting done. That was my mindset.
Hey, athlete student, brother.
Bro, I had a great cross country season that year. That's all I'm saying. My cross country season was off the chain. I got to number 1 on the team.
Beat Joshua.
Did you guys
Okay,
ever,
you can
you guys
Joshua
run up?
cross. Huh?
Did you guys run up as varsity as middle school?
What do
We
you mean?
didn't have varsity.
We only split up into
What?
varsity for like bigger meets where we had to like
Yeah.
have varsity meets in JV. Like in the 2 invitationals we had, like states and Concord Carlisle Invitational, then we'd have to do
Yeah,
like
we
our
had,
top
like,
7 would be varsity.
for, like,
Well,
and
because
then-
like JV is technically middle school, or whatever, or like the lower of the high school end.
Wait, did you connect your middle school and high school teams?
Yeah, because we were so small.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
we
Lexington's
didn't.
huge. We
So
can't
like
do that.
ours was like our middle school team, but then we had a varsity team. But
Our
like
middle
they'd
school-
invite some of the like 8th graders to run up on varsity
They get their
for
call
like
up.
freshman meets or
Aw.
like on their dual meets or whatever. But they actually like asked
Yeah.
me in 7th grade to go up.
Oh, Lexington's too big. Like our middle school team had like 100-something kids.
Dude, I didn't even know the kids graduated. man.
Bro, my high school had 20
Yeah,
kids.
that's-
You guys
that was
went
my
to public
correct-
schools?
I went to
Yeah, public.
public. Just Lexington's just bougie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Lexington?
Yeah.
I didn't think Lexington was that big.
Silver or gold plates.
Oh yeah, Artie came up to me. Artie's from Mass, so he knows the Lexington towns. We're walking from Bowden to Ridgeway. He's just like, so Selvin, growing up in Lexington, did you eat off of gold or silver plates? Then I was just like, actually, we didn't. We had our butlers feed us with our silver spoon.
Yeah, they spoon fed us really.
Yeah,
Damn.
no, never touched a fork in my life. Always fed to me. Wipe my mouth with a napkin too.
It
That's
really,
true.
it really shows.
It really
Hey,
should.
Dude, there's some people here where it does.
Bruh.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
facts.
it's
for
crazy.
facts.
Dude, all I gotta say is,
pisses me
like,
off.
Suffolk kids, like, a good amount of them are from like, bougie-ass places.
Dude, yeah, no, I
Just
think
so
the
people
same
realize
thing.
like this school's expensive as hell.
Dude, it's either you got, like, a good-ass scholarship or you got money.
Last year, kid in my writing or SBS class or whatever it was, CAS, whatever. Every time you were to class was Louis Vuitton and Gucci.
Ugh.
Every day.
I think I'd punch him in the mouth.
Shirt.
That doesn't aggravate me. That
It's
aggravates
the way
me
you act
a little
more.
bit, but
Yeah.
it's definitely more
It's
the way
way
you
more
act
how you
and the
act.
way you, like, think about things, bro.
No, it's
Like, no names here. There's a kid. I know he has a good amount of money. Spills a drink in the lounge room. Completely just watches it, leaves it there, makes 2 other kids go over and pick it up. That's just
Yeah.
unacceptable.
oh
Yep.
no.
Yep.
That shit's
Pick up your own mess,
unacceptable.
Yeah,
bruh.
no, and I even know kids like here, like that it's like, oh, you eat dining hall food?
Yeah, they're
There are
like,
kids who do that? Samia?
Samia. I go to the dining hall once a week.
they're like,
They're like-
I
they're
get
like-
Uber Eats. Are you kidding me?
So like you go to the dining hall
Who
more
are-
than once a day. I'm like I go sometimes
three
3
times
times
a
a
day.
day.
Bro,
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I'm
gotta
here
eat.
all
That's the only
day.
reason I gotta eat.
Yeah,
Who
yeah, I
gets
gotta
Uber
eat.
Eats in Boston?
A lot of
Why?
people.
Bro, people are getting Uber Eats from McDonald's, but they live on like.
They
what's-
live in Smith.
But they live in
Yeah.
Smith,
Smith,
where the
and it's
McDonald's
right
is
there.
100 feet from you.
Right there.
I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Just 'cause
they're
they don't
all
wanna go
getting Uber
outside.
Eats from places that are less than a mile away, and it's like 65 out. I'm like,
No.
the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and you're like, I can't. I
Yeah.
need to finish New Girl on Netflix.
No,
I'm gonna
people
Uber
are,
Eats.
people,
Like,
people are stuck up here for sure, and like you said, it shows not only like the way they act, but like the small things, like you said, like just not cleaning up
Yeah,
after themselves, or
just
like
some little shit.
small, or like oh, you go to Samia 3
Oh, you
times
drink
a day.
tap water from the sink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
gonna buy a bottle of
Yeah.
water.
yes.
Well, see,
Yes. Yes.
See, I bought
That
a
bothers me
I bought
so
a
much.
Brita. I bought a Brita though, like right first semester, just because like I could also put
I
the
can
Yeah.
respect it.
I could put
That's
the
chill.
water like in my fridge too, so it was cold. But yeah, no, people are like yeah, I don't eat Samia. Like you go 3 times a day. I go.
There's
once
also
a
some
week.
people who acknowledge that they're like that, and it's funny though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's some
Yeah,
people who
yeah.
acknowledge that they're like that, and like, but are also cool. Like they get, I don't know how to describe it. Like they acknowledge they have those tendencies and call themselves out for it. So I think it's funny. Like there's someone I know, also no names. She buys bottled water and then puts it in a Brita. And then drinks it from
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
No, you're
Whoa.
joking. You're
But the
shitting.
thing is,
You're
Whoa.
shitting.
shit. Like she's bad funny though. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not like she like knows she's like that, but doesn't act like that. You get what I'm saying?
How do you?
Nah, you're joking about that.
You can't.
Swear to God.
Bro, I just started buying bottled water from the dining hall purely because I have an excess of like dining dollars.
Damn, you guys have excess, bro.
Well, no, that's because
I ran out. I ran out 3 weeks ago.
I got people buying shit for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like in the kitchen.
I made
I
some
got
friends.
I got that unlimited black card, if you know what I'm talking about. There's one of the girls who left, who we were friends with.
You were telling me about this. I remember that.
She started going to a different school, but her card still had like a K on it, so she gave it to all us. So we just use that shit every day.
Oh,
that's
Pat
nice.
and all that.
Yeah. That's how dude. Because Pat and I ran out of money, and like we were about to put more money on, and they're like, "Well, we have this card," and like a lot of our friends also have like $800, $900, and like obviously you're like, I don't know, it feels like you're kind of using their money, but it's gonna go away. Like
Yeah,
it's not
like it's
You're gonna lose.
Yeah,
it.
if they
It's
don't
in that
use
account.
it, it's like
it's
Sydney.
screwed.
Yeah.
Sydney still has like 1,500 on her
Yeah,
account.
we used to all the time.
I'm telling you, give me that card, I could get it cleared in like 2 weeks. I should provide that as a service. Like if you want your card gone, I can take it, and then within 2 weeks I can pass it around to enough people to get it gone.
Yeah, no.
At one point, we two of the girls on the team took like 3 or 4 of the guys and just paid
And
for like
we went
We
hard.
were grabbing donuts and then the lady, she's like, "You got a long way to go."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was like,
It
"Yeah."
was ridiculous.
That's mad funny.
No, the only reason I'm not down, because I have meal plan C, the only reason I'm down is because I have the kitchen in 10 West, so I can like cook some stuff up. Like I specifically planned it out so I would have excess at the end of the semester, because I'd rather have excess and then just like help the boys out than
Dude,
like
you haven't
run
helped me out once.
Yeah,
yet.
but
I literally have. I literally have.
Once, and I've been out for 3 weeks.
Bro, just tell me. If I'm there and you ask me, I'll get you whatever. I'm here.
All right,
You just gotta ask.
Tomorrow, let's
No,
go get
you know
some
what saved
You
my
should
ass
make
though?
photocopies of your card.
I don't think that's.
No,
how it
it's
works.
on
I don't
there.
think-
It's a
Yeah.
barcode. Oh wait, no, it's a.
No, it's
Yeah,
the
it's a
chip.
chip.
Yeah, but no, you know what saved my ass though was like when I got put in quarantine first semester, they put me in for 14 days, but I ended up going home anyway.
Yeah.
But like the food I was ordering, it was free. Like they didn't charge my.
Yeah, they didn't charge my
Oh,
rent
yeah.
card. I don't think
Yeah.
they charge anyone for the quarantine
So
meals.
then,
No,
like,
they
yeah,
didn't.
so like the quarantine
The
meals
ones
I
at the
didn't get.
beginning of the year, yeah, no, or like
No.
the beginning of the semester when we first came here, 5-day quarantine.
I didn't get any charge on mine.
No matter what, if you went into quarantine, it was all free.
Yeah, when I got here, well, I also got here late, but when I got here in quarantine,
Well, and then we all
Survival
went.
mode.
We all went home early though for what's it called? Like, well, I mean, I didn't come back between Thanksgiving and
Me
Christmas.
either.
Me
I
neither.
did, and that's when I got COVID. I was stuck in Miller. I had the worst room too, no window or anything.
Yeah.
It was
on your
hell.
lessons
Jesus,
kids
that's
never
some
come back.
solitary
Yeah, say
confinement.
they has
It was like I
Dude, you
literally
probably were
emailed them.
fucking like hallucinating, found a law or some shit.
Dude,
like
I was like emailing them every day. Can I go outside for like 5 minutes? That's all I want, just 5 minutes
Bro,
outside.
let me just breathe the fresh air one time.
Because I didn't like the only window I had was to the middle, and I was like, I can't even see the sun because it's
Yeah.
like
Dude,
5 floors
I'm
up.
not gonna lie, like if someone did that, you'd open the door and you'd find me dead. Like if I didn't see the sun for 5 days,
Bro,
or how long?
I was in
Only
there
quarter.
for 10 days.
Yeah.
bro, I
it
can't.
was-
Wait,
it was hell.
Wait, did you just look on the inside? Because mine looks straight up to. It's literally my when I have like this side of my wall. Honestly, kind of similar to this. 4 giant windows that look out to like maybe like 10 yards of ceiling, and then a brick wall going up this way. There's a gap where I can get a smidge of sunlight.
It's just
And
not
it's like
healthy.
you know the exact time. It's like 2:42. One sliver of
No, it
sun.
has to be like a really bright day out.
Yeah.
Like I can tell when it's really bright outside because I can just go like this, and I'm like, ooh, blue skies. Like I literally crane my neck, and that's why
Yeah,
I see
that's
sky.
what I had to do when I was in Miller.
It sucks.
It was bad.
I got used to it
No
though.
big deal. I got some two
Oh, I
big
did.
windows.
Got
extra.
so used to
I
it.
got 3
Quarantine.
giant windows. I catch the sunset.
Hey, no big
multiple
deal. I mean, we
Okay,
took,
we get it, y'all in
hey,
court.
we took down that bunk, you and me. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're the worst.
we're the fucking work order, baby. Let me tell you. You want to see 2 boys?
Dude,
work
honestly,
work.
I think we
Do
got
work-
the
are work
best.
orders
I
like
would
a
not
real
want to live in
thing?
Court Street on a normal year though.
Neither would I.
But I think we got it at the perfect year because it's
Mhm.
like the perfect single, but it would be a squish double.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
no,
like
it
low
needs
key,
some
like
space.
there's like
Not
there's
enough
not
space.
crazy.
Every room is like
thin.
when the size it's perfect for, they add an extra one. Where it's
Oh.
like, oh, this would be perfect for a double. It's a triple.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, this is perfect for a single. Oh, it's a double.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
Cause like your room especially, like your room's a little.
Mine
smaller
would
than
be on
mine.
the tight side for sure.
Yeah, mine's kind of on the tight side. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
like,
it's
Yours
kind
is
of
definitely
thin.
tight.
Like Connor.
Yeah.
You remember Connor and Liam's room last year?
Yeah, I did my overnight. Actually,
a
first
double.
off, craziest overnight of my life. Now think about
What
this.
did you do?
So I'll
That's a
walk
good
you through
fucking
it.
story.
So here I am, and mind you, like I got recruited from a couple schools, but like I really want to go to Suffolk, and like I said, I graduated with like 80 kids. You know, small school. I've only been to Boston once before my overnight. So like, this is my second time ever in Boston. My parents bring me up, and we end up going to GNAC, like the championship meet, like their conference, and it all comes down to the last race, and they end up winning it, right? So like they're all going absolutely bananas, which like for obvious reason they just won the championship. It was like the coolest thing ever.
Was that first time program history too?
Yeah, it was the first indoor meet for us and everything.
Yeah. So then they put me on the team bus, take me away, and I go to like he said like I went to one of the small dorms like in Smith. There was 3 kids in a room way smaller than the one I have right now.
It was definitely a double.
Yeah, it was for
100%
sure a double, and it was a tight double, and like
And
I
as a triple?
yeah like I slept on the floor and I took up basically the whole thing, like the whole floor.
No.
But
But no, sorry, I was gonna say.
what?
Like, Artie and Nick's room last year was like that. It was like bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And then I got a sliver on the floor and an
I
Army
barely
sleeping bag.
I barely fit, and then obviously they won GNAC, so what are they gonna do? They're gonna party.
Yeah.
So they take me, who's been to Boston once in my life, a long time ago. They're like, all right, yeah, like. So I'm in their room. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna go like shower, like we're gonna go to a party. You chill with them. I'm like, yeah, like it's fine. So I'm in their dorm alone. I'm like, oh my god, like what the hell's going on? And then before you know it, I've never been on the tee before. They shoved me on the tee, and I was like, I feel like I was supposed to pay. But they just shoved me through anyway, and I ended up going to a party. I'm out mad late at this party. They bring me back. It's like 1:32 in the morning. I'm supposed to run with them the next morning, like all the distance kids. They had to get into practice. It was like an easy 3 miles. And then I'm like, oh, thank God I get to go to bed. It's 2 in the morning. I can get 5 hours of sleep. And they're like, we're going to order Domino's. So then they ordered Domino's, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed finally, and then I wake up the next morning, run with them, don't shower because there's nowhere for me to shower, do my tour with Will, verbally commit to him, and then fall asleep in the car for the next 2 hours.
But wait,
Out cold.
you're missing the best part. When me and Justin were walking you back to your parents, we saw a guy shitting on the side of the road. Just taking a fat one on the side of the road as we're walking him back.
And you're like, Mom, I'm coming here.
That was
what he knew.
That was the best part.
So, doobie. Yeah, I was like, go Rams. It was a crazy experience, but it was a lot of fun. It was like, it was awesome. I loved it. That's great. It was a culture shock. Besides just the first couple of weeks, like that first night, I was like, I feel like I was in a fever dream. I'm like, what the fuck? Where am I? Like I'm in an apartment somewhere. Don't even know how we got there. Where was the apartment?
It was in East Boston at Matt's house or Matt's apartment.
Like Matt Thrower?
Yeah, it was Matt.
It was
Mike.
like his temporary place, right?
Yeah, because he was moving somewhere else.
Yeah, that was wild.
Good times.
I'm just sitting on a train like
I didn't know Boston at all before coming here, to be honest. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
No, it's a small city.
Yeah, but for me, it was like, oh my god. Yeah. At first I was very like shocked, but now like as I get more used to it, I'm like, oh, that's not anything crazy.
Dude, running's how I realized how small it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny. My parents came from New York. Like my family, my parents are Bronx born and raised, and like they're used to like making a day out of just like walking around Manhattan. They'll like literally walk the whole island in like 6 hours or whatever. Don't time check that, but. And then like when we moved to Boston when I was 5, they're like, oh, let's just walk around Boston. They got through the whole city in like 2 hours. And they were just so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like my parents like casually shit on Boston. It's hilarious. When we drove up to my dorm because we wanted to just like see where my dorm was, and we found out I was living in 10 West. Drove by my dorm. When you come out of West Street, you're like right at the Boston Common on Tremont. So we come out of there. My grandma's in the back. She's like, oh, what's that? And then my mom's like, oh, it's Boston Common. It's their answer to Central Park. It's not as big though. Yeah. I'm just like, dang, I don't. What did they do to you, Mom?
Sorry. I wonder if the Esplanade and the Common add up to the same amount. I was thinking about that today. Do a lot of cities have like spots like that, where it's like nature a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
They probably do, just not as whatever.
Yeah. We gotta integrate the city and the nature. Make a fucking jungle, buildings out of vines and shit like that.
It's a futuristic
That'd
whatever.
be the perfect world.
Like the vines are growing up on like skyscrapers and whatnot.
Yeah. And you have vertical gardens, and then you have.
I can mess with a vertical garden.
Vertical gardens in the. Yeah, dude. That's the way. That's what I'd like.
I'm fully with that on this one.
A vertical garden.
Vertical gardens, rooftop composting, fucking solar panels everywhere.
Kombucha in the river.
I've never tasted kombucha, bro.
The booch.
Have you tasted kombucha?
What?
Have you?
Kombucha's is
Me?
in my veins. Currently.
Me or him?
What are we? I'm confused.
Yeah,
Kombucha.
The booch.
The booch. Yes, I've had kombucha.
What's it like?
You've never had it?
I've never had.
It's like picture like a juice but carbonated.
It's fermented fruits.
I mean, like I know it's fermented stuff. Have you had it?
It's good. It
kinda smells like
It is
beer.
very good for your gut.
I'm not
health.
ready.
I don't like the like seltzer stuff or like carbonated drinks.
It adds bacteria to your gut that eats away at your foods. Helps you digest. Helps.
I don't think I need any help digesting.
Helps
My metabolism is fiery fast.
Well, you might have to now. You haven't been working.
Really? Come on now. Flying through all my meals.
Nah, kombucha can save me.
So I'm passing you on poop maps.
I know, dude. I looked again today. I was like, holy
I'm
shit, he's
cooking
fucking
you right
11
now.
down from me
I'm
right now.
catching it.
On what?
Poop maps.
Oh my god.
I refuse.
You thought poop maps was
I
going to come up in
refuse.
this podcast,
I'm
huh?
not involved. I refuse to be involved.
I thought it would be something you join. That's the thing.
No, I don't
That
want
seems
to
like something
do
right
that.
up Connor's alley.
It does, though.
guys.
It really does.
guys.
100%.
Like, I thought you'd be on this right quick. I knew I'd cave eventually, and I did.
I don't cave. I don't cave to peer pressure.
No, I see the thing.
Bullshit.
I've never caved to peer
Why don't
pressure.
you
in my
cave to
life.
peer pressure?
On a daily basis,
Yeah.
cave to peer pressure.
I don't cave to peer pressure.
That's
I
definitely
just.
not
I knew I wanted to do it.
I
I was
just-
just
I just
insisting 'cause I
do
was
it
just
for
like,
the
it's
To
culture.
be
weird.
honest, like if I got a good one, I'll send a pic to my boys, but I won't. I'm not on poop maps or whatever.
Well, one, we're not sending pictures of the poop.
Yeah,
You
you
just
got-
like
No, we're
mark
just
it.
That's
logging.
weird to
We're
me.
just
Just
logging.
log it.
I feel like I don't know. Like if my boy has a good healthy poop, I want to see that.
Like-
And
like
then, I
Dubin,
want
like-
him to see me having a healthy poop.
Like
thriving.
Dubin,
I'm
20
not
minutes
gonna
ago.
send it.
Jay Dubin just laid a brick.
Just yeah, they also come with like creative names with it. Just brought what was it,
It's
LeBron to
so
the Super
weird.
Bowl.
I feel like
It's hilarious.
I feel like it's weirder without pictures than if it was with pictures.
I mean, you could. It's like optional.
Yeah, and also Kelly.
It's not-
Kelly's the goat.
Kelly's the goat.
One-
He took like 5 today.
He averages like 4 a day. I don't know if y'all want to hear this, but
That's
we're going
incredible.
there. But like he averages like 4 a day, and his comments are just hilarious. They're all just like poop jokes.
He's the poop monster.
He really is. He also says I'm off the lax because I started getting better,
What do you mean?
like laxatives.
You were on laxatives?
No, I wasn't. He keeps saying I am. He's saying I'm using performing enhancers. But I'm telling you, I'm clean. Every drug I use is cleared by the association.
Please don't talk about poop maps.
Dude, poop's important. We gotta
Look
talk
how
about
Poop's
it.
important.
Look how the association.
Like,
Honestly,
us.
my poop. If
I think
know
it's,
how
I think
my
it's
mood's
literally
gonna
me
be
because I
based on
started
my
this
poop.
whole.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
What?
I know how my mood in the day is gonna be based on my poops. Like if my first
What do
poop's
you
a
mean?
good, like solid one, like I'm gonna have a good ass day. Like I'm feeling good, feeling energetic. My lifts are gonna be good. My workout's gonna be good. All that. But if it's like, if it's not where I want it to be, it's subpar. It's gonna be a subpar day.
Really?
My digestion dictates my day.
You
and that's
put
why I
that
pay-
much whatever on your poops and digestion.
So it's like
Yes,
it's like
that's
your
why I pay
horoscope,
attention
kind
to
of.
it so much because I know it's gonna directly affect how I feel that day.
really now.
So you kind of view it as like your horoscope, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
I'm such a Capricorn.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
It was
I'll
coming.
trust what's in the toilet before someone tells me, oh, I'm an Aries.
I'm a rising asparagus.
Bro, honestly, I'm an Aquarium setting sun. Like, I don't know what they do.
I'm a librarian. Moon.
I'm a librarian moon.
You guys do you believe in astrology
No.
at all? None of it?
No, me and my friends in high school
I mean,
make fun of people who do that.
I
I'm
do
not
a
gonna
little
lie.
bit.
I don't. I'll just like.
I
you
don't
know, it's
I,
like cool
like
to
if
see.
you I like to know mine, but I don't really give a fuck about other people's. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I have the tattoo, but that's
like
not
if you
really-
tell me
You do have the tattoo.
Yeah, you do have a tattoo.
Okay, but it's not supposed to talk about like astrology. It's just because it's like it represents like me and my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like my sign, his sign. It represents us.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it for myself because and it's like I read it and then it just described myself. It's not like I read it and then made myself fit this block. You know what I'm
Like a
saying?
lot
Like,
of people
I
do
feel like
that.
a lot of people live
I just
by
don't like when people like when I say something and they're like, when were you born? Oh my god, bro! Like that's totally an Aries thing to do. I'm like,
If anyone doesn't mess with me because I say I'm a Cancer, I'm gonna get pissed.
no.
I don't know. I just feel like it's like you're living by a schedule. It's like, nah, live life how it is. Not just
I
like following
believe
it.
that there's definitely some like I feel like that there's different archetypes of people and that the
Yeah.
stars dictate like what like when you're born like the stars are wherever the stars are dictating what your personality is going to be.
Oh,
Really?
100%.
I do believe in that one.
No, I back that.
I believe there's a part of like you guys know what epigenetics is? It's like genetics in your body. You know what they are?
No. That's
It's
not
like-
give you this look.
it's like genetics you have, but they need to be. The only way you can express them is if you. It's through like behaviors. So it's like behavioral genetics. Like your parents have tendencies. You'll probably have those tendencies as well. And people
Okay.
just thought that was like regular genetics. But the thing is, that you need to see the behavior.
Yeah.
And like you need to be raised with it, like
Yeah.
to have it
I understand.
activate or like be exposed or like expressed or whatever. And I believe like I was talking about this with my parents the other day. In group projects, bro, even like no matter what, like I try so hard in some group projects not to be the leader. Like I don't want to be the leader of group projects sometimes, but because of whatever the stars plans or whatever. I really genuinely believe this. Every time I'm in any group project, I always end up having to be the leader, always end up having to run it. Swear to God, last semester I was in environmental science doing a project with 2 seniors and a junior.
And you're the
And
leader?
I'm a freshman. And they go the first day, they go, Ed, you seem to have a handle on things. You'll be the leader. I go, what the fuck, bro? I'm in this other CI class right now. Every week, no one says anything. When it comes to the due date, hey, can you put this all together? Can you do this? Like, and I'm always like, what the? And my parents always complain about how, like, in their work, the same thing happens. Like, my mom's a teacher, and she's like, I always sit in a staff meeting and say, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. And by the end of it, she's running it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My dad's always like, oh, I don't want to get into this problem. And by the end of it, he's the one who has to, like, I don't know. Like, I believe, like, that's some type of outside of this planet type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something that sets that up beforehand. Like, it's not just because I was born and raised with my family who has those behaviors, but it was also set up by, like, whatever you might have it, the stars or whatever, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that, like, so I was thinking, it was like, girls will, like, run over a mailbox and take her and be like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm such a cabbage.
This is why I'm such an aquarium.
Yeah, like some stuff I'm like, oh.
Bro, I could see the Big Dipper when I hit that mailbox. It just makes sense.
Emily, it's because I'm a Cancer.
No, I don't know, but, like, I completely understand where you're coming from. All right, Cole, 10-minute timeout. Go to the corner. We're gonna put you in the corner.
But yeah, I don't. When we first met Pat, he asked me what my sign was, and like, he kept being like, "Dude, we're all gonna be boys because of our signs." And I remember being like, "That's weird." Like,
Yeah. I was
he doesn't strike me as like that.
He does
not.
Don't
He
strike him.
totally is.
Is he actually?
When he meets people,
So
he checks it, and he'll literally like live based on
Yeah.
what that says. Like, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fuck with him. I won't."
He never
Yeah.
asked me my sign. I feel a little left out.
Yeah,
I'll
he
go out
already
and
knows it.
He probably already knows it.
How? He doesn't know my birthday.
Nah, he's not like that. He'll ask you straight up.
Yeah.
But
Dang,
it was.
never
I
asked
just
me.
remember
That's
when we
tough.
were first all here. He's like, "Bro, like it just makes sense because you're rising sun and you're falling moon," and like he was like, "It all just makes
Yeah,
sense."
bro. He like knows
And but the
that
thing
shit.
is, the kid's not wrong. The kid's not wrong.
Mm.
He was right. It was a little weird. Maybe shouldn't have said it second night of meeting each other.
Let me save that one for like at least a couple weeks in.
But hey, the kid was right.
It's funny though, like when he's so straight up about some of that stuff. Like he says stuff, I'm like, what? What did you
Yeah.
say?
He likes to be an outlier, bro.
I love it. I love it.
He likes to provoke people. He likes to provoke me. He pushes my fucking buttons sometimes.
I love it, dude. I love when you two start like going at it, and you see something start giggling. He's like, bro, take it seriously. Like, bro, like Ed and Pat talk about this. Like, Pat will say something, and he'll be like, blah 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 blah, and he'll be, oh yeah, really? He's like, bro, stop. Like, yes, bro. Like, you don't understand. And then Pat just goes in it, and just goes, and just says something stupid again, and him and Pat just go back and forth, bro. I love it.
Yeah, that's the way it usually goes.
It's awesome.
Or vice versa. Literally, the same thing can happen where I'm going in some deep dive, some tangent thing, like, and then he'll be like, "Nah, that's not how it is," and like,
That's not how it is.
Dude, it's awesome. They interact with each other so well, but I find it so funny when Pat's just like going in and like he was just like he always says, "Oh my God, the shifting thing." You're like,
That was ridiculous.
You're like, isn't that just like dreaming? He's like, "No, bro, I was here for 8 days," and like you're just going at it, bro, and you're just going like.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he's hallucinating. No, I was like, I think he's having a psychotic episode.
Yeah, bro, Pat's going in and you're like, he's breaking down. And he's like, stop. He's all
I was like, who do we call? Who do we call? Nah, but I do believe him on that shifting thing, swear to God. I don't know to what degree of it. I don't think it's like actually entering another reality, but I think you can trick your brain into a lot
You're
of
not
things.
gonna pull up the Camp Half-Blood?
I think you can trick. I think your brain's a lot more powerful.
I think his brain's more powerful, but I don't think his soul's like leaving the body and going.
I
to
don't.
some
Yeah, I
other-
don't think he became Percy Jackson. To be honest with you, I just don't think that's happened. But there's a lot of people that believe in a lot of shit like that. It's that's something that also kind of caught me by surprise. Like when I came to college, is like how many people believe in different, like not different things, but like how many people are like actually spiritual and like.
I think that was this year though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it
I
was
can
like
agree
COVID
with that.
that made that happen.
And like I don't know,
Because
like,
if you guys met me with no COVID, like honestly, I would not.
Before you became Buddha Ed?
Before I became Buddha Ed, I like literally didn't believe in anything, bro.
yeah, no, and like that's the thing though. Like that's the thing. Like having a talk with you like made me realize, and it kind of like opened me up more to like not even like what other people believe, but like listening to the way other people talk, or like when they mention things like that, you're like, oh, like you realize more and more people are like really spiritual or really
Yeah.
like this, really like that. I think
You
it's
have to
fascinating.
have something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People who don't have anything, it weighs on them.
Yeah.
With
And they don't
Yeah.
realize it.
knowing
And they
or
don't realize
not,
it.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, let me tack on to that. So like I know you and me come from small towns, so like we're kind of like I don't want to say enclosed into that system, but like we're only exposed to something that's in that town. So like when we
Yeah.
leave, because I'm from a small town, I don't know, smaller than yours, but when I came to the city last year, when no COVID, I was like an outlier to everyone
Yeah.
because I had
Yeah.
so much energy, I was so outgoing, I was so blah blah, and everyone was not like, fuck's wrong with this kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like,
no,
I'm
I
sorry,
can-
but I was just like, that's just how I was in high school. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I've grown from it. I mean, I still act like a child sometimes.
Yeah.
but like I'm a lot better this year than I was last
No,
year.
I can agree with Cole with that, where it's kind of like it's the exposure, and we talked about this at one point too, where it's like I've learned so much
Yeah.
just from being around people, and it's not even just like me and someone were talking about this too today. Like we like talk, like we start to talk like each other. Like we say something like "son of a
yeah.
bitch," that's such a Conor thing to say. That's a Selvin thing to say.
I was doing that
You
today.
said
Oh my
brother or
God.
something.
I said brother. I've never done that in my life. I'm gonna start saying, yeah, my buddy back home.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you for that. Fuck
Bro,
you.
that's what I knew.
You're a bitch.
Like in
Fuck
between me thinking Conor was a dick, and in between like being friends with Conor, he was just the guy who always said. Because whenever he says a story about his friend, he's never says my friend, my whatever.
I got a buddy back home.
You know,
my buddy
he's like,
back
yeah, no, my buddy back home did this, my buddy whatever, my buddy at Siena, my buddy whatever, my buddy at Connecticut College. It's always my
No, but
buddy,
that's
insert description.
Dude, that's exactly how like an adult though would say. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like dad's like, I got a buddy over there.
Honestly?
No, but that's how it is in a small town because like everyone in a small town is like, oh
Everybody's
yeah,
buddies.
like, or he's like, oh yeah, my, you know, oh yeah, my buddy, yeah, I
Oh, is
went
he
with
one of
that
your
guy.
buddies?
Oh yeah, I went. That's just how it is. But like what I was saying before, like me and someone talk about like you're just exposed to so much. It's kind of like,
Dude, me,
it's so
me
fun.
and Sakura's like language like interbred and had
Bro.
a new baby.
Dude, I think that happened with Sakura and everybody.
Sakura's language rubs off on
Sakura
everybody.
language, Sakura and Pat, like their language combined with mine, like we just literally just started speaking like idiots, bro.
Whole new dialect.
But you understand. But you
But you get
understand.
it. But you get it.
No, wait, what were you saying? You were talking to me one time about how, like, the way that Luke talked, it wasn't the exact things he said, but it was the way he said things. Like, when he's like, this is where I reside.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, bro. Like,
I was like, I started saying stupid shit. Like I was telling like someone where I lived, and I was like, and this is where I reside. And I was like, that's some Luke shit. It's like that's some weird shit to say.
no, it's true,
like,
though.
ow. It's like when you, it's like
You got cramped in.
there's like different words to use. He just uses like synonyms you wouldn't think. to
It's
use.
so, it's interesting. It's so funny,
It's
though.
funny as fuck.
It's funny, like, when Luke talks, bro, and you're just like, where did that come from? It's like, it's such like a weird thing to say. I don't know. It's funny though. It's good exposure. I like it. Like I like that shit. Like
I like having funny words. Too.
I like going back to small town. Use big word. Use little word. Save much time.
Wait, Ed, did you grow up in a small town or no?
It's not that small. My class was like 350 people.
Okay, so Ed and I are a little more similar.
It was a city too. It wasn't a town.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, mine was.
Whole population was like 40,000, something like that.
What?
Yeah, that's about 8 times the size of my
What was
fucking town.
yours?
Like,
Lexington's. I know Lexington. It's you know Marlboro. It's
yeah, no. Marlboro's tennis. They count as a city.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that. Did not know that.
I got 5K in my.
You know Arlington, they call themselves a city.
Really?
Arlington and Woburn, they're both the city of
I'd
Arlington.
say
and the city of
I'd say
Woburn.
like 10 years ago Marlboro really wasn't a city, but I'd say now it's a city for sure. We're densely populated. Yeah.
I think that we need to reserve the city title for less places.
Yeah.
Too many people be using city titles. I'm
So
like,
the city of Terryville is not a thing.
please don't tell me you guys
Absolutely.
twice.
We have 5,000 people, bro. That's a lot of people.
Absolutely not.
That's a lot of people.
Bro, my high school is half your town's population. I had 2,200 kids. Like I'm
That's
so
ridiculous.
close.
See, that's the thing. I was talking to Jack about this.
But
one time.
did you know everybody?
I knew
I'm saying like I knew everybody.
I knew most of the kids in my
I
grade,
knew-
but there were still
I
times
knew
in senior year
I
where
knew
I'd see a
everyone in
kid
my
pull up
grade,
to my
the grade
class,
above me, the
and I'm
grade
like,
two
who
grades
are you?
above me.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school,
Yeah, I didn't know it like that.
everyone in the school, no matter what.
Yeah, I
No,
knew
it was
everyone.
casual to not know everyone
No,
in high
It's
but-
school.
casual to not know people.
It
but,
was
like,
casual
in your
to not
own
know
grade,
people.
I knew everybody.
I knew most people.
See, that's the
I was
thing.
also a class like officer, so like people knew me. I knew them.
See, that's the thing.
I
I
was
think
not
I had a
like
big personality in high school, so like I think I still have a big personality, no big deal. But
You do.
no,
Oh,
but like
we
when
know.
yeah. Yo, all right, whatever.
Yeah, my
But,
buddy
like,
back home.
When but I'll kill you. I'll kill you with my bare hands. I get my buddy back home to kill you. No, but
He's killed a fucking coyote. Look at this picture.
hey, Colby Brown. Colby Brown. No, but like I knew everyone in high school like right off the bat. Like I thought it was kind of cool, and like I did morning announcements. Like everyone heard my angelic voice saying the pledge.
Sweet
doing
melodic voice
announcements.
wafting through the room.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We had to pledge allegiance every fucking morning.
Like I still can cite that thing by heart.
They made us stop.
Bro,
They
you
made
can't
you-
tell me it's kind of creepy
They made
though,
you
right?
stop.
No, they made you stop in the middle of the morning.
Oh, I think-
stand
yeah,
up,
no.
look at the flag.
You having a
pledge
chat,
your
hand on
allegiance
your
to the
heart, and
country.
pledge allegiance to the country. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
a,
Never
it's
think
a,
about it.
it's a little. Like when I got older, when I got to like later in high, because we stopped that after middle school. Shout out
Really?
LHS, one thing it did right, but
I don't think we did we didn't
We
do the
did.
pledge allegiance.
we
Every
didn't.
day.
We
Yeah,
didn't.
we did.
Every
I
day.
was so happy when we
just had
stopped that.
morning
It was
announcements.
just
I don't even know if
weird.
we had a morning announcement.
I never really thought about that much.
Like I didn't think about it until I
I
got
didn't
to
really
like
care.
so I was like 16 or 17, but it's kind of
well,
weird.
I mean,
It is kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's like if you think about it from like an outsider's point of view,
Yeah.
like think about it if you're like I don't know, coming from another country, you're like, oh shit, like everybody
Like,
stands up and
Even
like,
if you just saw another country doing that.
yeah, if you saw
Like
another
you saw like a
country doing that,
Chinese
you'd be
classroom or something,
you'd
and
be
they
like,
out
that's
here
some,
doing
like-
the same thing in Chinese and like
yeah,
doing like
yeah,
whatever.
that's some, like,
You'd be like,
military type shit.
it's like, bro, what in the whatever is this? But then I'm like, bro, check your classroom. Check
Yeah.
your case classroom right now, bro.
yeah.
Doing the same thing.
Same thing.
I never really
One
thought
nation
about
under
that much.
God. Like,
Yeah,
I never thought
I
about
think about a lot of stuff that we did in school as a perspective of someone who's in a different country going to school in the same grade. I'm like, what would they think if they saw this?
weird as hell.
Interesting. I never thought about that deeply, but that's just because I just got on. I just said it every day just because the morning
You
announcement.
gotta
Yeah,
think about
same.
everything. You gotta
Bro.
question it all. The
Think
unexamined
critically.
life is unworth
Think
living.
critically.
Wow.
Words of Plato or Socrates. I forget which one.
You're
Or
fine.
both. They're the same
You
thing.
can merge them
same
together.
thing.
One taught the other, right?
Same thing.
Plato learned from Socrates.
Socrates, and then
He's
he
his
went down
apprentice,
to.
and then Plato taught
Aristotle?
and Aristotle taught Kant. I think.
He did? I don't know about the.
Or I don't know if Kant is a part of the trio.
I
I don't
don't.
think you can say that word.
I think the back end of that's a little shaky. The Aristotle
not sure.
part.
But all I know is they just want you to question everything, Connor. Which you do need to.
That's our
There
question.
are
But you
things-
do, like, I don't know, I look at it now and I'm like, they really were just trying to, like, form us to be, like, underneath the U.S. Like, we're just going to be factory workers. Like, do this all at the same time.
Actually,
Do this, do this.
What?
Well, because, like you said, like, we stand up at 9 a.m. or whatever in the morning, all do it together. You go out through a system throughout the day. You have a set scheduled lunch at, like, 10:30 in the morning.
what you're
And you're saying how like it just like preps you for like that 9 to 5?
back in
Yeah.
the day, in the,
Yeah.
in the
Preps you for 9 to
Industrial
5.
Revolution, they just all followed the clock. And the
Like-
bosses were like, "Oh, we could fuck with the clock. They only have one clock to look at. Let's just make
we
it
can
longer."
really mess with it. Just like they think it's like, oh, good, I got an hour left. Check back an hour later. All right, I guess I got an hour left. Check back an hour later.
Nah, you know,
All right, fine, I got an hour left. All right, this day's really dragging on.
Yeah.
you know what I see everywhere that,
For
like,
real.
really confuses me? Because it's, like, just to think, like, you would go to school, and at, like, 10:30 in the morning, or, like, whatever time you had lunch, it would be in the morning. You'd have, like, a burger or a chicken patty.
I was
that in
eating,
the morning.
I was
was
eating
like,
fried rice
what?
at 10:45 in the morning.
Yes, and I
For
was
some
like,
reason, I thought he was going to
Chicken
say, you know what
patty
confuses
cookies
me?
at 10 a.m.
Analog
Yes.
clocks. I thought you were about to say, I swear to God, I thought you were about to say, we were talking about clocks, I go, you know what confuses me? Analog clocks. I
They
swear
got,
to God, I thought you were going to say
bro,
that.
they got 3 hands on that. It really gets confusing.
Bro, the short ones, the hour
ones.
but, like,
Then there's the one that's moving.
the one
like,
goes faster.
Exactly, it's cooking, and then this one's just going slow.
no AM or PM.
Like that one on the wall right there.
Bro.
Dude, it's 10:09 to
Yo,
me
that
right
one has
now.
military time. The fuck? The more you know.
It's not even straight. It's crooked.
You gonna go fix it?
No.
I ain't
Gonna jump for
fixing
that?
I ain't figuring out.
Not my problem.
We ain't got no problems with people being crooked.
I'm fixing that. You know what's kind of crazy? I was like,
Our clocks.
What?
people.
Oh my god.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about that too? Is the fact that in high school, you had to follow what everyone said every single day. Like, you were told exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh yeah, college.
College.
Like,
Yeah.
I
They're
understand,
like,
like,
this is preparing you for college.
College.
They're gonna give you so much homework. You have to listen. You have to do all your work. What?
No,
I don't.
No, it's
You
funny
get
though
to
because
college,
I saw
like,
this video. I saw this video and it was like, your college professors won't put up with like this, that, the other thing. It's like my college professor, 15 minutes late. Hey guys, I wrote a song. Do you want to hear it? It's
No,
so
it's
true. Like I have a professor. I have a professor. I shit you not. I mean,
you guys ever to stop.
no, his name's Prof. Dom, bro.
Shout out Prof.
He's
Dom.
wild, dude. For the last 15 minutes of class, he put on a karate gi, put on a black belt that he clearly bought off Amazon. Which I found that a little kind of. I was like,
Yeah,
that's a little disrespectful.
No, it honestly is.
Yeah, like I'm a black belt. I didn't like that. I was like, I don't like
You're
that.
a black belt?
Yeah, so is Selvin.
Swear to God.
I mean, shoot, that was a wasted 8 years.
Yeah, exactly. I did it for
You
8
guys,
years
like,
too.
You guys like have.
Actually, this morning we had like a little. We talked about.
We talked about, like, when we were leaving.
Starbucks set. Yeah, we talked about
Starbucks set. That was so
some
funny.
of the basics intertwined, but like we just did different styles and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it was like.
Do you think it helped you, like, did karate give you confidence or did it give you like more?
Yeah, no.
No,
It gives you-
100%. No, karate. Like, this is like surprising to a lot of people, but like I was so shy, like painfully shy, and like even like the first up until December of preschool, I cried every day before I went. Like I was painfully shy. I had horrible anxiety. Like when I was really little, I cried all the time. Like even at like a family birthday party, I just like sit with my parents. Like I didn't go anywhere. I was attached to my parents at the hip, and like I started karate.
Do you
like,
have memories of this?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Like it's weird because like I don't necessarily like there's obviously pictures and like I have memories of like even when I was like a little younger, like 5 or 6, like semi memories, but it's not so much the memories, but it's more like when I get like anxiety or feel like nervous in a situation, I think back to like I'm like this feels familiar, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to explain, but it's almost like I know that I felt like that before, like in like my like. But it's so weird. But like when I started karate, like no one thought I was gonna do well because it's like, okay, this kid cries like going to preschool. This kid cries playing soccer. Like you're gonna put him in a karate class and like this is gonna turn out well. And like I 100% like credit karate for so much of like. Even just like success in life, because like Selvin can 100% agree to this. It's like the discipline, and it's like the discipline. It's like the respect. It's like the ethics and the morals. And it's like all that's not just about beating people up or like
no.
It's like it's a self defense.
It's
not
well,
like a aggression.
Well, it makes
My
you feel
school-
good too. It's like a safe zone kind of in a way.
My school also was Connor. I'm not gonna lie. If we ever got into a fight, I'm getting folded like an omelet against Connor. Like I'll wear that. I'll wear that easily. The only thing I got is like maybe reach on you. But like my school is definitely a lot more about karate is fitness and karate is like defense and more of the morals and whatnot. Like it taught a lot of self-restraint, which was great for me. Like I don't think I was as aggressive as you when you were younger, but also like I used to get angry a lot easier than I do now. Like you think I'm a pretty chill guy, right? Like I can get heated pretty easily. Absolutely. And there'd be times where I really wanted to, like some kids would just like be really annoying and I just want to swing. But also, not gonna lie, being like one of the few black kids in a very like whatever, like sometimes uppity high school, they would have expelled my ass in a heartbeat. Like fighting was not a thing that happened, and if it did happen, it was like a planned showboat, like the Jake Paul fight.
That's
that happened. Like, because you went to high school with a lot of fights.
That's crazy.
I knew if I fought in my high school, if I swung or pushed a kid, I was done.
Dude,
they would have so easily canned me.
That's crazy.
It, like without a thought in their mind, I'm like 95%
Dude,
sure.
we had a kid be like a repeat champ, bro. Like this kid just kept fighting, bro.
No.
This kid just kept fighting.
No,
like,
your high school was like legit boxing, Mike Tyson its prom. My high school was like the Jake Paul fight. Like they'll go to Lincoln, couple white kids who jewel in the bathroom, and like sophomores will like do a couple swings. One kid will get a bloody nose, and it would be like, whoa! It's on like Instagram stories. Sorry, for like the next couple days. Like, did you see the fight? And I'm like, what happened? And then like I get the video. It's some kid like with his laptop recording, just like a couple haymakers and then one contact.
Dude, we had a girl. They were fighting. They were yelling at each other, and a girl reached across the table, circular like this, grabbed her by the hair, and started walking with her like this.
Pet.
Pulling the table with her though. Her body stuck on the table. Her body was stuck on the table. Pulling her by the hair.
Let's go fish.
And then some guy came up behind her and just grabbed her.
Grabbed her hair, started pulling both of them.
It's a gigantic chain. It's a gigantic
line. No, but it's just funny. It's just like yeah, me and someone talk about it all the time. Like I don't know. It was kind of cool finding out like that we both did karate. But yeah, like our high schools were just so different. There were so many fights in my school. Like there was kids that like had like. It was so funny. Like there were kids that had like records like against each other. Like there were these two kids that fought each other like in 8th grade and then like sophomore year and then junior year they fought again. I'm like,
I'm trying to imagine.
Senior year must have been like a paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine things like, bro, did you hear that? Johnny and Timmy are going for like the trio fight.
Bro,
they're
no
going for number
shit,
3.
bro,
They're 1
no
and 1.
Shit, no shit. One of the kids' name was Johnny. No shit. No shit. You said that.
Got him.
I mean, shit.
He's married up in Cape Cod now, so I mean it don't matter. But
Who's the real winner? There's an opioid crisis in Cape, so.
Oh, that.
Wow. Just
Wait, so I just want to ask you two. So in high school, do you guys have a problem with like people smoking and juuling at the school?
Yeah.
Like how far
But
did
like,
your school
but like
go to like
youngins.
try
No,
to
no,
stop?
but like
we
we had
had-
youngins.
no, it was-
like 7th and 8th grade.
no, it was always the
Yeah.
younger kids because they
Yeah.
think they're hot shit. Also, I didn't care. I'm not gonna lie. If I come into the bathroom and I see a kid vaping,
Yeah.
I know I come and I'm just like, excuse me, is anyone using the stall? No. Allow me to take a shit. I go in,
there was one
do
stall
my
that was
business. I
also
don't care.
Always like the vape stall. Like if you wouldn't be able to go into any other like if you had to shit and every other stall was taken, they're not gonna give up the jewel stall to shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I don't care.
Dude,
I'm
my
taking.
high
I'm
school-
here for. I'm here for what this room was made for.
Bro, we
You
used
better
to call,
move,
Dude, we used to
or
call
I'm
the
pulling down my pants. I don't care.
Bro, we used to call the bathroom the Jewel Lounge. And one time I walked in, I remember it was my junior year. I fly into my homeroom. My teacher was mad. She go, Miss Heard, holy fucking shit. I found out something crazy. I don't know what to do. She's like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? Like, I need to sit down. She's like, okay. I'm like, there are bathrooms in the Jewel Lounge. She goes, what? I go, there are toilets. There are toilets in the Jewel Lounge. And there's urinals. She goes, no. Like, it was like a problem, like, young kids, like 7th and 8th graders. And I remember being there, and I was like, guys, like, this, like, you shouldn't be doing that. They're like, it's fine, it's cool. And, you know, by the time they're juniors, it's like, they're addicted to, now it's not funny. They're just like, yeah, like,
just
I'm
like,
addicted.
they
Like,
just
like,
need
You
it
know,
to get through the
1-6,
day.
I heard it's better.
No,
Smoking the
but
squares.
listen to this. So my school, we had 2 floors for the academic wings.
Yeah.
They would either lock one floor for the week
Yeah.
and switch it, but
What?
then also, it was my junior year. I'm pretty sure they whatever week it was, they took the door off the hinges of the boys' bathroom, so they
You
could
couldn't
see.
close it, yeah.
So they could see
Dude,
inside
my
and make
school
sure
did
kids
the
weren't
same
like
shit, bro.
smoking in there. But the girls would still do it all the time. They couldn't take the girls' door.
Dude, the way mine was
That don't sound like a
we
quality.
had-
That
we
does sound right. Title
we
9,
had
baby.
a bathroom on the
Yeah, it
bottom.
was so fucked up.
We had a bathroom on the bottom and a bathroom on the top, and the one on the bottom was right next to the lunch. So it was the lunch period. They'd open up that one and close this one. And when it was like their normal day, they'd close that one and open that one. And
Yeah.
they always had to stay
What?
open.
Yeah.
My school.
And there
My
was a hall monitor in front of the bathroom at like all hours of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here. And we had to sign out in our passbook they gave
Yeah, you
us.
have to sign up.
We had to like sign in when we go to the bathroom.
Yeah, imagine being 18 years old and having to sign to take a piss. Cause
Wait.
Well, we had a kid. Well,
It's fucked.
I had a little closer connection with the kid, but he was a freshman and I was a senior, and
Let's just
he
say, let the bodies hit the flower.
yeah he greened out on a dab pen, and our locker room got shut down,
Yeah.
and I would get so pissed because all I want to do is change for practice and be able to just chill. But no, we have to wait for our coach to come and unlock the door because some kid can't handle taking hits off a dab pen, and he's out cold on the floor. We get a medical fucking lockdown, and it was this big mess. And you know, now I can't change after school.
Yeah.
And I would just get so pissed. I'm like, yeah, I really wish we could unlock the bathrooms, but you know, some kid can't fucking take a hit off a dab pen, and like it was horrible, bro. It was just such like the kids were just like they're just too young, and then like they just don't understand. Like I just remember being that age too and being like, this isn't good. Like this, there's
not
something
good.
and like now kids they're like that are doing it. They're like, oh yeah, like the buzz is good, but like yeah, like I'm addicted. Like yeah, I'm addicted.
Yeah.
It's like
Sorry, finish.
no, I'm good. I'm
No,
done.
you know what's funny? So Lexington, they don't punish things a lot because they like to like. We're supposedly like one of the top public schools in like the state. So like people like moved to Lexington for education. That's what my family did, and then I got my degree and I left. But then so they don't crack down on a lot of stuff to keep up their image. So my dad, when I tell him about, because I'll tell my parents about like kids vaping in the bathroom because I don't really care because they're clowns. But my dad's like a real old school guy. Like he went to Catholic school where they're like rapping your knuckles with everything and whatever. And he's also like he's on the older side. I'm trying to be nice here. But my dad's just like, let me go in that school, I'll clean it up in a week. I'm like, what do you mean, Dad? He's
What
like,
are you gonna hit everybody?
no, literally. He's just like corporal punishment. I'll come in there, start rapping skulls. I'm like, Dad, they'll sue your ass and we'll lose everything. He's like, I do not care. I'll go in there, problem gone in a week.
All dads are
He's
like,
you turn the ring on the inside.
Man, and I'm just like, you can't. I'm like, Dad, this is a town full of a bunch of rich kids. Some of these people's dads or moms, I don't care, are like hotshot lawyers.
Yeah.
I want it like. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy you're paying for my
I
tuition.
want
Please don't
Dad-
lose it. Like,
I want Daddy to be home, not in jail.
yeah, I was like, you know how many assault cases you'll get?
I don't want to talk through a glass.
Yeah.
My dad is so confident. 1 week,
The
and they'll
Juul
be
shit
gone.
was ridiculous.
It was bad.
Yeah, and that's like one problem that's like legit and
Yeah.
present that is so unaddressed. I feel like
It really
like
is.
the only thing
100%.
we really have trying to combat it is truth.com.
What?
And you know what I'm saying? Like you ever see those commercials where it's like text the truth if you're trying to quit vape.
Oh, the orange, like the
Oh
orange
yeah,
ones?
yeah.
And it's crazy. Like there's a good amount. Like I'd say like a good portion of our generation who's addicted to juuling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
genuinely addicted.
Absolutely.
And like I know people who've gone to like rehab for it and shit like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? And
People
like
get fucked up.
People don't take it that seriously.
like lungs collapse. Like,
Yeah.
like I met a couple of people up here, and they were like, "Yeah, during COVID, I really just amped up the vaping, and I had a lung collapse." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
How you casually just like, yeah, no, my lung
And,
collapsed.
and,
I'm like,
and as they're hitting a Juul, I'm like,
bro, what are you doing?
"You did
You
not
trying to
learn-
go for two? When-
Yeah.
What is it? We called one of my best friends in high school on the team. We called him Little Lungs
Mm.
because he was a sprinter. But he still wanted to run. Good kid, I love him. But we called him Little Lungs, and he stuck to that name for all senior year because he vaped all the time
Oh,
before
gosh.
track, before meets,
At least makes the
everything.
bathroom
Didn't care.
smell good. Shit. Blow
You
that
think it
cotton,
smells good?
blow that cotton candy in the air.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
It's
yeah.
better than just fucking.
Virginia
Dude, also you guys would use your like school bathrooms.
Yeah, I gotta pee, bro. I gotta poop.
You'd poop in school.
Bro, I don't
Oh,
care.
no shame.
I don't care.
If
Like-
I peed, I'd go to the regular bathroom. If I pooped, I'd always go to the nurses.
Wait, what?
We had a nurses' bathroom, and you could just go to it if you wanted to. And like it's just a single one. It's for girls in case it's that time of the month. But what's it
What's
called?
that mean?
But that's Ed's poop. I was about to be like, wait.
But what's it called? They,
about to make a
but they
joke.
don't like have a sign-in sheet or anything, so if I have to
Good-
drop
good
a deuce,
save.
I just go in that room. And some poor girl would have to
Surprised you
deal
didn't
with
hear
that.
me.
Ed.
Some poor emotional girl girl don't have to deal with that.
Ed.
Hey, but I'm not gonna go in that room and like no, fuck that. I wasn't gonna use the public bathroom. So I needed my private area. I'm a shy pooper.
I can't
No,
tell if
I'm
you're
not poop
serious.
shy, but a poop shy.
Is that why you won't get poop? man?
No, I'm
Is
not.
that how you won't get poop map?
Huh?
Is that why you won't get
join
poop
poop
map?
Nah, let's do poop snaps and then poop chat and then fucking send each
We're gonna
other.
change
No,
the
just
name
use,
of
just
our
use the podcast
yeah,
group
just
chat.
change the name of
Poop
Poop
snaps.
Snaps.
Just get snap read in the morning. It's like, hey,
God,
It's
you're
gonna be
fucked
a
now.
good
You're in
it's
it.
gonna be a good day.
I
Drop the
leave the
log,
show.
boys.
You gotta take a picture of you like this.
I can leave the chat. Ed, wait, why do you not have a shirt on? I have to be fully naked.
No, there are poops like that, bro.
Socks are off. Dude,
Yeah, whether it's all on the floor.
Bro, you just got no hardest poopy of life. It happens.
That's where you find your beliefs.
Dude,
No, that's exactly-
no. When you find no,
that's when the stars align.
no. You find your belief system when you drink too much and you're sitting there and you can't throw up and you're like, please God, I'll never do it again. Please, like, you ever just pray to God because you're just so sick?
Never been there.
Whenever I'm ever like feel like shit from drinking, there's always one sweet spot you find where it doesn't, nothing spins, nothing hurts, nothing's fine, but it's always like on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it's like up against something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you always are like just moving around, and then like
Yeah,
one time,
Selvin's-
bro, the sweet spot. I was at a party at my
drunk
friend's
and I
house,
come back.
and I was fucking out of it. This was like back in high school, like senior year, and the sweet spot happened to be the sidewalk across the street from his house. And I just went outside and laid half under one of our friend's cars and half on the sidewalk. And they're like, "You good?" I'm like, "I found the spot.
I found the spot. I found the spot.
But shit.
That's when you find your belief. When you're not even like with just like drinking or anything, but just being sick and drinking. Please God, please just make it stop.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just like what I'm.
That's when you find God.
No, dude, there was one time where I was not even like I wasn't even drinking. Like I'd practice the next day, I remember, and my heat wouldn't turn off in Court Street. And I remember
Oh.
praying to God, I'm like, now mind you, it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm holding onto the wall. My feet are against the bed on my bunk. I'm trying to kick the mattress off in the middle of the fucking night at 2 in the morning.
Wait, what was happening?
My heat wouldn't turn off, and
Your
like
heat?
and like I have the bunks.
How
like,
hot was it? Like 80 something, 90
It was
something?
all I know is I was directly like under the vent. Cause
Why?
like,
I feel like you could have found a solution.
dude, I could not turn the heat
No,
on. I'm
no,
telling you.
no. When it's
It doesn't do when
It doesn't
this
turn off.
much.
I guess.
So I push my mattress
You got
off
a
the
fan?
floor. No, I push my mattress onto the floor. It makes a giant thud. And I sit there, like, dear God, please just turn the fucking heat off. Like that. That's when I. That's
Bro,
when
that was
I
me
found
the beginning of
my
semester, except my heat wouldn't turn on. Like it was like
I
there were points
prefer
where it was
that. I
colder,
prefer that,
where it was
bro.
warmer outside than it was in my room, and not like in a nice way. Like it's 80 something outside and it's like 70 in my room.
It's
Like we were hitting
30
like
and 40.
Nah, we didn't get that bad. We were still like 50.
Nah, dude, I
but
don't
I'm just
know.
like at night, like, but it's like
But I like
early
it cold 'cause then
September.
You can use a blanket.
That's too
Exactly.
no, that was too cold. Like it was early
Nah,
September,
bro.
and I'm just like
You get to a
I couldn't wear
hotel
normal
room,
clothes.
You turn.
I couldn't like, cause it was like it
Hotel
would be
room.
70 something degrees outside, but I'd be in here like shorts, sweatpants, shirt, hoodie. I didn't even have my jackets yet because I was still like moving, so I didn't have all my clothes boxes down. I only had warm clothes, so I'm just like wrapped up in my one comforter, just like freezing during
Nah,
class,
bro, I couldn't turn that
shivering.
I run real hot.
I don't do well in the cold.
Dude,
I get
dude,
cold and I
I'm
stay
gonna use
cold
one
easily.
blanket year round, and in the winter I
Nope.
keep my windows open.
Absolutely not.
I
I
usually have,
stack
like,
on
back
blankets
home.
in the winter.
I always have I have to have like a fan or some like cold air
yeah.
blowing.
The fans are always
My
on
windows are
every
always
night.
open at home.
No, I need to stay warm, bruh. I can't get
I
cold.
don't open my windows here because it gets loud.
I run hot. I like it.
You
I
get
like the
used.
noise.
You get
I
used
like
to
the
it.
noise.
Yeah, you get used to
I
it.
love
There
the
you go.
noise, bruh.
Yeah, 70 on Fremont Street, dude.
Bro, a little
the
scream.
common. You should have heard all like the crackheads.
Bro, a
last
little
year.
scream to put you to sleep.
Oh.
I don't see the issue.
Nah, yeah. I like to listen. I like to have the window.
They singing you to
I
sleep,
like to
basically.
Hear the life, hear movement.
No.
Know that I'm not just in my mind.
When I went back to Nashville, I couldn't sleep because it's just dead quiet.
Yeah.
I was just like,
But open the window and you hear birds and stuff.
no birds. Well, it's also winter, so like, where they?
I don't know, dude. I feel
I
like
was waiting for some dude to scream me to sleep, and I was just
In the
like
middle of the
really
night, you're
upset.
like, in the middle of the night, you're like, Joshua, are you awake? Joshua, what do you want? I can't sleep.
No, he'll be awake. Josh is a night owl. He'll be up till like 4 in the morning.
Oh, that's facts. You guys don't share them, do you?
Hallelujah, no.
Damn, I'm sharing with my little brother.
Shared a window.
We did. Now he took up so much space in the womb. I'll tell you that right now. My mom will tell you he took up
Bro,
dummy amounts of space.
bro, how
He
much
definitely stole food in the womb.
How
I'm
much-
telling you right now.
Yeah, bro. Like,
We probably had a triplet.
Dude, what's it like being a twin? Do you like? Is there telepathy there?
No, but also like we are in sync. Like I forgot how much fun it because I didn't see him that much. Were
when
you
we
there?
went- no. Well, when we went, like when you, me, OG, and Joshua.
Yeah, he came down to Boston after our first. Was that the first?
Yeah,
meet? It was after the first
after
meet,
I took a nap.
and it was just so nice being on the same wavelength
Bro,
again.
it was
'Cause
cool to see them like together.
We
you
were
know what I
just
mean?
we were on the. It was just because we'll just get each other. Our humor can stay the same. There's like big differences, obviously, physically and
Different
whatever.
Humans, different humans.
Yeah, different humans, but like there's just times we're just on the same
It was
wavelength. We just
sick.
get
It
it.
was,
It's
like,
so
sick to
nice.
see. I was
Like
like,
I like these boys. Don't
Less
get me wrong.
talking.
They're great. Honestly, it's great because we'll just say exactly what I want to say.
Yeah.
Like we'll both think of the same joke. And it's just whoever gets to it first. Then we're just like
Yeah.
rolling on the floor
No,
laughing.
you know what's cool though? What I thought was cool, like with you guys, is like, so obviously like we raced Gordon, and like that's where his brother goes,
Yeah.
and like Cole ended up racing his brother
4 times.
4 times.
Every single one of my races, he was in.
What was it? Wait, well, by the way, what's your record against him?
0-4.
I had to. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get
sorry.
him. I'm gonna
I'm
get
sorry.
him this weekend. It's
No,
my
but what-
weekend.
but
I'm
what
telling
was
you,
cool-
it's my
but what
weekend.
But what was cool to watch though is like Selvin like sat there and cheered for Cole the whole time, but like when your brother ended up breaking 50 in the
That
400,
was a hype moment.
and like it's something cool because like I know you guys like train together and race together all the time, so to see your brother finally break that barrier, but
Yeah.
you guys were on different teams, but like it was still
So
like
weird.
But
it,
you're still on the same team.
I mean, that's. I
you
mean, that's blood.
remember current teammates, former twins or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
Stephen wrote an article about us, and he messed up the first line, and he was just like former twins and teammates. I'm like, so I move away and we're not twins no more. Like, what happened?
Blood don't mean shit.
Like, all right. That was weird. And then we hit the handshake afterwards, which was nice.
I watched it happen. I thought that was cool.
We have
Because at
scared
the end
so
of the
many
day,
moms with that handshake.
at the end of the day, like you still like you cheered for your
You
teammates.
scare people with a handshake.
No, because at the end we
Scream?
both we both just hit like the handshake,
his
and we
brother's
both
a
just go,
lot bigger.
let's go.
His brother's a lot bigger.
We both, hey, my voice makes up for it.
Yeah, but
No, my brother like
like physicality.
Joshua's like 6'2", so he's like half an inch taller than me, but add like an extra 25 pounds of mostly muscle.
Damn.
Like he's a slimmer, muscular guy,
He's
but
a
like,
runner.
no, you can tell who does the sprint stuff.
Yeah, you can tell he's
Like when he's coming down the back stretch, it's boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. 'cause
How would you like to have that behind you?
you try looking behind him. When you're behind him, and you're just like, oh.
No, he has a powerful
Cole takes it off.
stride.
He's like, I can hear.
Can you beat him?
I think I can this
I
weekend.
gave you the strategy.
I know I can beat him. I think.
Is he the one to beat, or is there other ones in the race that?
Right now,
I think it's just him.
with
It's
with
my
the
worst
guys
enemy.
we're racing right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say top people in the 800, 2 backers and a bulldog.
Yeah, but we're not racing. We're only racing them for cross, right? Are they? in
Yeah,
the
like
60s?
no. When it comes to track, we won't be racing
we
them.
don't
But as
race
of right
them
now,
on
I'd say the
track.
top guys in the 8
But it's like also
No
the
particular
age.
order. Me, my brother, Cole.
But like I'm not.
Put yourself.
I don't know.
first.
I just don't want to.
Well, actually, not right now because I'm not healthy. But I'm saying if I was healthy.
You said no particular order, but me, my brother, and Cole.
I said no particular order.
But you still said me, my brother, Cole.
You still said.
The ego's still sliding out. I'm sorry.
I don't care. He said no particular order. I'm gonna fuck if he said me first. I don't care. Because I know Josh would beat me.
I don't care.
No, I'm fine. I said I'm fine.
I gave you the strategy though to beat
But
him.
I don't know. I just like I don't know. I just don't
Dude, I'll
want to
cap
focus
his
on the
knees.
age.
Bro, I had just racing with my brother for so long. Joshua goes out. Here's how his 800
Oh,
goes.
you're about to expose this to the world.
Ooh, should I?
This is
Does it
a
matter?
secret.
I'll do it.
Okay, you ready? Here's how it goes. People, if you're listening, Endicott, listen up.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. You don't
Oh
have a
yeah,
men's
because
team.
Endicott stands a
Just
chance.
kidding. You don't have a men's team.
Emerson, hear me.
Stop, Emmer. Stop. Anyways, Joshua. Here's what Joshua does. He goes out his first lap, the hardest first lap I've ever seen in 800. Will go out in like a 55-second 400. That's really fast for reference. Because he has like that. Because he has the 400 speed, and he has a 600 speed, so we can come through 600 in like 125, which is also really fast. But his last 200 is the hardest thing to watch
It's painful
you will
to
ever
watch.
see.
It's painful to
Hill's
watch.
first 200 will be a 26. He'll close in a 33.
Yeah, it's painful.
It
It's
is.
a painful way to run it.
Like now that I'm not his teammate, it's kind of great.
It's-
But when I was his teammate, like it worked in our relay because he didn't run the open 8 a lot. Like in our 4-bay, just the way
what
our
did he
order.
do? What did he?
Because by the time we get to the baton in third, he'd always scare some kid because he'd go on a 26, which he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
But he always takes some like 2-miler with him, and they'd either get scared and back off, and then they just wouldn't be able to make up the ground, or they become this overzealous whatever. I'm like, my guy, you're 5'8" and like 110. Like let's calm down here. And then they just go out at 26 and just pass away. Point is, what you got to do is when you go out, there's a sweet spot. You don't fall off like all these other distance kids, but at that point, he's like a 75-meter gap on you. But you don't go right on his shoulder because you know you'll die out. There's like a little sweet spot, like maybe, I don't know, 15-ish meters back or something, where if you just stay there for 500 meters, work the backstretch, catch back up to him. When he starts dying and tightening up in that 200, looking like the Jolly Green Giant in slow motion, you just whip that turn, come off that turn hard, storm down the straightaway, and you got his ass.
Do it.
But like I said, it's not like
It's but
I
it's
don't
like
wanna focus
it's
on the age.
it's
It's
here's the
not
thing.
my
Yeah,
event.
it's also like you can talk it,
Use the
but
strap
walking
to
the
get
walk
top.
is hard.
I was just saying he's still fast.
Yeah, like he's still fast, and walking the walk, it's a hard. You need the speed to be able to stick on him and keep that like just big enough gap, but then you also need the endurance in the back part to like actually get him.
He's a hard kid to beat.
It's a hard like I'm not
He's a hard
like
kid to beat.
the strategy is easy to say, but in reality it's hard. I think I can do it because I know my strength over him is my endurance, and our
You might snag him.
and like I have enough speed that I think I can stay with him in the beginning, but it's a hard thing to do. Like it's physically and mentally, it's a hard strategy. But if that's how you're going to beat Joshua, I think that's the way you have to do it. Especially because one his first and last lap are 10 seconds apart.
Fuck Josh.
Yeah,
But like I said, the 4 is my race.
the 4 is your race.
Call the prison.
But then you still have to race Joshua, and that's his
And
best race.
that's fine because I know I can break 50.
He's going to work his way down though. I'm telling you right now.
And go ahead, I want him
If he
to.
goes
but
if he goes 48 high this season, I won't be surprised.
my goal is to break 50, and I know I can do it.
I believe
Do
in it.
it, brother. Write it down.
Like the
Full
thing is,
Drink
like
some booch.
the
Write
thing
it
that
down,
like
read it
drives
over
me at the
and over
meets
again.
is like
No,
people
say-
cheering me on. Like I thrive off people like, come on, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I'm a person who tunes people out, but that just kind of like excites me, like gets me to go a little bit like
What people
over
cheering
the
on,
edge
people
than what I'm supposed to do. I love that.
David Goggins, he doesn't work out with music because he said he doesn't want any motivation from outside himself.
Yeah, no, I
'Cause he
mess
said
with
when
that.
it comes to game time, you're not going to be able to pop in the earbuds.
Exactly.
And
But I get
That's
lonely.
That's what my coach said.
Yeah. And that's
In
why
high school.
that's why I like warming up by myself and doing my own thing and being in my zone. Because I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. But when I have to focus on like I'm not trying to call out my teammates or anything, but like a few of them last week wanted to go do this at this time, this at this time. I'm like, no, I'm doing this.
Oh, you
like,
want to?
I'm
Oh,
doing
you a
this.
solo dolo kind of guy.
Not really. No, like I'll do other stuff. Like-
you're a loner.
But if it's like my specific event, I want to focus on.
So wait, do you not like warming up with the other 800 guys? If they're like, hey, we're all gonna warm up at like, I don't know, races at 3, we are gonna warm up at like 2:30 and go for like a mile jog. Would you not mess with that?
No, I would do it. Like I
Okay.
just like this past weekend, I kind of just rolled out. Well, I rolled out with them for a little
Yeah.
bit, and then they went on the infield, did their drills.
And you were just doing your own thing, I remember, because you asked me for the ball.
Yeah, I was doing my own thing. I was doing my own drills on the
That's a
side
long-
because I was just like, I don't know. This is where I want to be. This is where.
He's a
I
solo
can't do
kid.
that. I can't do the solo thing. I like being chill. Like, I do the sport because I enjoy it, and I don't like just going solo and then, like, because I'll just psych myself out because I'll just do too much overthinking. So I'd rather enjoy it. Like, when it comes game time, like, I can easily flip the switch. Like, give me, like catch me 20 minutes before my race or closer to race time. I'm there. I'm in the zone. But, like, when we're warming up, I'll crack a bunch of jokes, and I'll piss kids off who are, like, need to be stone cold
Who are like cold.
all before their race. I used to actually piss my friend off in high school. He screamed at me in a meet once.
Well, like 4x4, I don't take it. Like, I'll take it
Well, the
seriously.
4x4
but,
is the 4x4
But like,
I mean,
I'll
I
take
should
it seriously, but I
4x4
went wrong at the same
seriously.
time.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm-
best anchor on the team, right?
No big deal. I mean, I'm a
Do
pretty
that.
good 4x4
You can do it.
runner, I think. I mean, me and Cole could go at it next to me. I'm gonna smack
Factual.
his ass. I'm
Factual.
gonna
Dude,
smoke
I was having so much
you.
fun on that 4x4 last week. When Kelly gave it to me, I was like, "Come on, Kelly, let's go! I want to cook! I want to cook!"
No, I was smoking his
Bro.
ass.
And I was gone.
If you
No.
put Cole
I was
within 100 meters of Connor at the end of the 4x4,
It's game over.
Game
I'm dropping
over.
Over
42.
Bro.
Dropping 42. I'm gonna do a backflip through the line, and I'm gonna give Cole the finger like
bro,
this.
Cole.
Is that why you paint your middle fingers black?
No, that wasn't like the original reason. People always think I do it just so I can flip you off. Like, don't get me wrong, it's kind of fun when you flip people off. But like, I didn't want to commit to the full hand. And then when I did it, I liked it. And also, I was talking with you about this before we started the podcast. Because my brother painted his nails first. Like if you peep it, like if you race my brother, you're gonna get beat by a guy with like colorful nails, which like ain't a problem. But like, it is a thing I like to mention because it's funny to me. But like, I don't want people going like, oh no, because like he put up one day, won the 600, and he had like glitter all over his nails. But I don't want people going like, oh, you're doing what Josh, because I like know a good amount of the Gordon kids because I've like met them, and like Gordon's really weird with that. Like that's not weird, but they really want to meet other people's like family when they come in.
Because they're trying to find
Well, I mean,
marriage.
Connor's the same way about Joshua.
Yeah, but like no, they like he's like we've just gone to pick him up, and then he's like, yo, can you come out the car? A lot of people want to meet you. And I'm just like, what? And it was like, I'm not that cool. Like, I don't know what's happening. He's like, yeah, no, like he's Joshua. Like Josh, that's the thing Joshua noticed when he got to Gordon. Like they're really big on like meeting everybody else's family and everything, and that's like it's dope. But I know a couple of the Gordon kids, and I don't want them going like, oh, you're doing what Joshua doing, because I'm granted he just started doing painting his nails first. He tried it out and he actually liked it, and now like every week he's pulled up the new set and everything.
I noticed that.
Yeah. But this gives me at least a little bit of individuality. People don't think like, oh, I'm copying Joshua. Like, don't get me wrong, I would have loved to do the
I
full
thought he
hand.
had very light nails when the first time I saw him, but they were just painted
No,
white.
they were painted
I was
white.
looking from a distance. I'm like, he was very light. Oh, probably because I know you do.
Yeah.
I noticed it. I don't remember when I noticed it on you.
Well, no, I didn't start doing the middle until like October-ish.
Yeah,
First
I
semester.
noticed it on the way to Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like,
I don't know. I liked it. I just had to make sure it didn't mean anything because people like paint their nails as for a cause, and like not that I'm not down for the cause. Like if someone's like, "Oh, you support like cancer research," I'd be like, "Yes, I do," but like that's not why.
oh my god,
I'm
you love,
doing
oh my
this.
god, you love the orca whales too.
Yeah, like I don't like I mess with Shamu.
Wait. You support astrology?
Okay, no.
You're
Catch me bring out the nail polish remover.
You're a Libra?
You boys want to wrap this up?
sure.
Not a present.
It's been a pleasure. Any last words for the people?
Hope my buddies back home see this.
Hope your buddies back home see this. I hope someone Lex sees this.
I hope Joshua sees this because so he knows I love him.
He is like the one Gordon kid everyone gets behind. Like no one has an issue with Joshua.
Because it's your brother.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
Word. Peace out.